My hometown is pretty. What I really missed, or what I really like, is the bamboos behind our house. It's a bamboo forest behind the house. You know, like the hiding dragon and crouching tiger, the movie. It's just like this too. It's a lot of greens, a lot of bamboos, and the sounds of the bamboos in the wind. It's beautiful. If something that I really, really miss in my hometown is my grandmother. She's the one that helped brought us up. I have a sister. Isn't that amazing? Under one child policy, I have one sister.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Don't you think so?
I think so.
You don't think so? Because like people in America is really surprised. I'm like, what? When I introduced my sister to the other people, people were like, they were bewildered. Like, why? You have a sister? I thought in China it's only one child policy. So yeah, that is something different about 10 years ago, 2003.
Have you thought about move to the United States when you were in China?
No, I don't make the decision. My parents made the decisions for us.
How old were you then?
I was 16, 17. Now I'm revealing my age. That's not nice. As I mentioned, I have a dad and mom and a sister. So yeah, 4 of us.
So all of you have moved here.
Yes, the same year, the same day, the same moment. But I was first because I was leading my family. I was the one that speak a little bit English, so I was the leading one. So my footstep was the first one that landed in the United States before my family.
When you first got here.
It's like, whoa, this is my first time seeing so many foreigners in my life at once in one place.
Wow. What city were you in?
San Francisco. It's cheaper fare, okay? They got direct flight from Guangzhou or from Hong Kong too. So basically we transfer from at Hong Kong and then we fly there. About 2 weeks later, yeah, because I got relatives here. By the time that I came here, it was about, I think, yeah, 2 weeks. They already they already found a school for us. Yeah.
How's your first day at school?
Lost. So lost. The school structure is different. I mean, the physical architect structures are different because in China our buildings are very, very high, about 5-6 stories, but here it's like flat. And it's all blue and it's an ugly color. I'm not kidding. And then I was so shy to speak to some people, even I'm lost. And I can't read paper map also. The first day the counselor saying like, hey, oh, I remember now. Yeah, it's the first day that I was in the counseling office, and then my counselor, she introduced another kids who were born here, what we call ABC, right? So he speaks Mandarin. He helps us to get around in school. So bring us to different classrooms and show me who were our teachers, where the rooms are, where the rooms were. So it's nice.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's. The first couple weeks, of course, is very exciting, you know.
Oh, really?
It's very exciting because you say like, oh, cool, you know, finally I can learn more English. But later, it's about a month or so, we start to have examinations, they have a lot of tests. Even unit tests is horrible because I got F's on it. Because it's not that my knowledge cannot apply to the problems, but the English, I can't understand the English. I can't decode. I could not decode it. And
I still remember your math test. You have told me about that.
Yeah, F. So the teacher was very nice, and his name is Mr. Hines. I remember him. So he was really surprised, and he said, your homework is really good, and you can do it. And how come you cannot do your test? And I was like, I think I can do the problem solving one, but I couldn't read the English because the teacher, like back then they were handwritten down and then run through the copy machine. That's it. It was cursive. I can't read cursive on my own. So he was very nice, and he said like next time if we do have exams and you cannot read the English, you can tell me. I'll read the problems to you. You can bring your dictionaries too. So yeah, he was very he was very very gentle and very very nice to me. So it's about. It will take me 3 months to stop crying. It took me 3 months. When do I become very familiar? Because I still like. I remember we were hanging out with our ESL teacher only, and our friends from the ESL classrooms, and we were more comfortable in that crowd right there because we're in the same level ish. What should I say? So people won't mock you, won't make fun of your English. I think that was pretty much it. Until I finished all my ELD requirement classes, and then I transfer out of ESL classes into going into regular classroom. Then I start to have more contact or interactions with American friends. Yeah. Most of them were really really nice. They were being really helpful. But the others, it's high school. People make fun of people. They make fun of your pronunciation, your unclear mind, quote unquote unclear minds. Like, what do you mean? It doesn't make any sense. What are you talking about? They're really really impatient kids. They don't want to like. They thought they were so cool already. They don't need to be friends with you. So yeah, I still remember I could not distinguish soup and soap, and sheet and shit, sheep and ship. So yeah, that was hard. The long vowel and short vowel. So make a lot of joke, and people like, yeah, you mean sheep?
So do you think you are doing really good in your college with the people and your college life?
Okay, no offense. I went to UC Davis, and they have so many fobs there. You know what's fob? Fresh out of the boat. That means a lot of immigrants' children there too. So I was in San Diego. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I was in San Diego for my high school life, and we don't have a lot of Chinese immigrants there. So yeah, I missed the people, I missed the language, speaking the language. So by the time I went to college, it was in heaven. I can hear people speaking like in different languages or different dialects of Chinese, and I was like, great, I got my people here. I'm not afraid. So I was even like, and then my dad was so busy that time, and he drove me to college and dropped me down at the reception area and said, here you go, you can do all the check-in yourself, right? Bye, I gotta go. So I was there alone. And then I heard people were speaking Cantonese, and I turned around like, whoa, I better go up and say hi. So that's how I made my first friend also.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you still feel excited when you hear your mother tongue?
Oh, definitely. I think it's pretty good because I dated an American boyfriend before, and we got along pretty well. Yeah, and he taught me a lot of the language, the culture, the history. I have to thank him for that. I mean, I give him credit for a lot of things. Yeah.
What are you doing now?
What am I doing right now? I'm going to school here in USF in my master TESOL, and also I work at an elementary school. I teach Mandarin immersion classes.
Do you like your job?
Yeah, definitely. I wanted to be a teacher when I was in second grade, I think. Teaching, especially like Chinese teacher. Yeah, but then it's very different from China, because in China, if you're a math teacher, you teach math. Only if you're a Chinese teacher, and then you just teach Chinese only. So that is the structure there. But here, like elementary school, you have to do everything: math, science, social studies, music, art, now Chinese, English, everything together. Home, I would say my root is in China, born and raised there. My heart is there and my root is there. But the tendency of plants, they tend to grow taller and taller, and I'm tall enough to stretch all the way from China to America. Home in the future, I hope that like a home is me, a wife, and a husband, and some kids. I mean kids, not just one, like in China, one kids. I want one kid only. I want kids. So yeah, and would be because I got so used to the weather and living environment here. So yeah, home is different, and homeland is different, and roots is different too.